Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show. We're going to be bringing Jennie Restrepo into the conversation, Insured Title Agency, and we're going to get an update from Tallahassee here in just a moment. Before we do, just a couple of hot listings here. We always like to feature our real estate properties that we're selling and our real estate listings live on air. It's a strategy that helps us sell faster for more money, up 60% year over year. And my team, my wife and our team doing such a great job. Really shout out to the Platinum MVP team and all of our support staff. 16 people on the team now, so we're really rocking and rolling out there, kicking some butt, helping our sellers, our buyers, and our investors. 9749 Little Blue Stem Drive in Land O'Lakes. This is a property that we have listed here, and beautiful home here. 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, 2-car garage, 2-story home in the coveted Connerton community. Gorgeous backsplash there in the kitchen. Just a nice home. Just a overall. When you look at the community, the offering, you've got dual pools, you got a lap pool, that is, splash park as well for the kids, miles of trails, on-site elementary school, large backyard, and this is a nice home here in a beautiful area too. Land O'Lakes, just the lifestyle that you have there in the Connerton community, very popular as well. 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, 2-car garage at 9749 Little Blue Stem Drive in Land O'Lakes. We got open houses going on this weekend as well. You can check it out on the weekend. 7300 Southwind Drive. This is another property, one of my favorites in Pasco County, because what you have in this community here, this is in Sea Pines, you have a community boat ramp. So if you're a boater like me and you like to get out there and enjoy nature, you've got a community association boat ramp right there. 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, 1726 square feet at Southwind Drive in Hudson. This offers the perfect blend of comfort and luxury in a tranquil setting. Double lot on this property. You got a beautiful pool screened in, nice large patio around there, and you have your own private little tiki bar back there. Beautiful home, and you can see all of our real estate listings at platinumcoastalelite.com.
Try that in a small town, see how far you make it down the road.
Quick shout out to our friend at Lawn Anglers as well, Adam Long. He does a great job, man. I tell you, he's a super guy. He does a great job on all of our landscaping needs. Lawn Anglers, lawn maintenance, landscaping, mulching, tree trimming, yard cleanouts, and more. With a large service areas too outside of Tampa Bay area. So reach out to the show hotline 727-263-3707. Call or text any questions, comments, any connections that you need. That's why we started this show over 10 years ago. 727-263-3707. You want to save that number in your phone. At some point, you may need it. And we have attorneys, CPAs, financial advisors, all types of great home service providers, and more associated with the Consumer Quarterback Show online at consumerqb.com. And we love to help you win. That's our goal here. And speaking of winning, we've got Jennie Restrepo on the line. She is a winner as well. And she's on her way up to Tallahassee. Jennie, what's the update for us?
Thanks, Brandon. So the update is that I am on the way to Tallahassee. It is this week a Great American Realtor Days. And what that is Florida realtors get, I think there's going to be over 1,000 realtors that come to Tallahassee to lobby our lawmakers and talk about the issues that are important to both homeowners and extending home ownership to more members of the community.
What do you think are some of the top issues right now?
So the top issues, things that we're talking to the legislators about, last year in 2023, there were a lot of positive changes that happened for homeowners. One was the expansion of the Hometown Heroes program. So the Hometown Heroes is a down payment assistance program. It started with limited professions, obviously like our first responders. But because of the popularity of the program and the ability for more people to qualify, they've basically extended it to if you have full-time employment and you meet the other guidelines, then you will qualify for down payment assistance. So this is a great opportunity that, let's say you're ready to buy a home, you've got everything lined up, but you don't necessarily have 5% to 20% to make a down payment, but you are ready to get into a home and stop renting. This program is a great opportunity, and it's very wide-ranging now. So if you're looking to purchase a home and you're not sure, get on the phone with Brandon and his team. They'll connect you with an amazing lender. And this is your first step. So the lawmakers in Tallahassee started Hometown Heroes. We're going to thank them for that and hope that the program continues to be funded, because many, many Florida citizens have been able to take advantage of that and get into homes and get out of renting. So that's a big priority item to talk about Hometown Heroes.
It's one of the most important things to do and think about, especially because you look at different generations. You know, they talk about millennials and Gen X and all these different gens. But if you really look at wealth and the way that wealth has grown and the way that families are able to establish that nuclear family, it's kind of like Dr. Scott Anderson was talking about last week on our show, is, that core being the home, that American dream. Yeah. The American dream can mean many things for many people. Home ownership is certainly one version of that. Starting a business, having your own business is another version. But it all centered around owning your own business, owning your own assets, right? Being an owner. And the opposite of what the World Economic Forum and some of these other evil powers want today is they want you to be a renter. And that's why we saw last year, over the last couple of years with the boom, we saw a lot of these hedge funds, these I call them evil hedge funds, like BlackRock, State Street, Vanguard, some of these biggest companies in the planet ever that have ever been on the planet, $1 trillion hedge funds buying up real estate. It was really just irks me, and it really just upsets to the core because they're competing. These got millionaires competing with veterans, first-time home buyers. And now is the time in the market where they're not in it. They're not in it nearly as much as they used to be. And now is a perfect opportunity, Jennie, for people to get into the home buyership or ownership game.
It absolutely is. And so part of the mission of the Realtor Party and of the Great American Realtor Days is to help our lawmakers understand, what is the red tape that they can remove or reduce to make easier pathways to home ownership. Last year, they passed the Live Local Act, and that incentivizes a lot of different things that address affordability. Because, of course, you're talking about, in generations past, you bought your starter home, and it was a way to build wealth and build stability for your family. But a quote-unquote starter home at this point in this market is $400,000, $500,000. It's not the entry price point that has been experienced in generations past. So how do we attack that where, people are still getting the fair market value for their home, but if you haven't entered into the home ownership arena yet, how can we help you get there? And so those are the things that realtors are advocating for in Tallahassee, is having more down payment assistance programs, having more incentives and tax breaks for investors. One of the projects that's part of the Live Local Act is converting unused office space into affordable housing, and how that works, and having funding and tax breaks for those investors, because as more and more companies are allowing employees to work from home or work remotely, we have a significant amount of unused office space. And so if it already exists, what to do with that? Instead of letting it remain vacant, converting it into living space, affordable properties where people can begin that home ownership journey. So last year I attended a legislative breakfast where one of our local lawmakers out of St. Pete said, what we need to hear from you, the professionals, is what are the things that stand in your way? What are the roadblocks from a legislative point, from an administrative point, from a bureaucratic standpoint? What are the things that stop us from getting our jobs done and serving the community and helping people purchase homes? Because they don't know, prior to being a lawmaker, an elected official, everybody came from different business avenues, and maybe they weren't involved in real estate. So they're relying on us as the professionals in this industry to let them know, hey, if this changed or if this is different, we could better serve our community. And so having those conversations directly with the lawmakers is how we see some of these things come to fruition.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. If you just joined us, we're talking with Jennie Restrepo here, Insured Title Company, longtime friend of the program and a real estate contributor on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Here's another big one as well, Jennie, is the insurance issues happening across the state. This is a story I pulled down off of LinkedIn, but it says all state customers in California will soon see their car insurance rates surge by 30% on average. In New York and New Jersey, 15 and 17% respectively. Huge rate spikes are hitting car and homeowners across the country. If they can get insurance at all. Insurers are offering less coverages as they grapple with the bills for increasingly common natural disasters, plus inflation that drives up the cost of car, home repairs, and replacements. And I would also add in there carjackings and other types of crimes adding to this as well, due to some of the lackadaisical policies in some of the blue states. In some areas such as Florida, insurers have stopped offering regular home insurance policies completely. All right, here's a staggering number. $32 billion. U.S. home and auto insurers ran up more than $32 billion in net underwriting losses for the first 9 months of last year. That's not even a full year. An increase of $7.6 billion year over year per ratings firm AM Best. Insurance premiums have even outstripped inflation. Car insurance rates rose 19.2%, while inflation on overall consumer prices hovered. And this is another lie here. I love how they say this 3%. No, it's not 3%. It's way more than that. Last time you bought, eggs, groceries, gasoline, it's not 3% from what it used to be. It's up a lot more. But yeah, back to you, Jennie. So the insurance is a big part. That would be something I would definitely be talking to and raising questions about.
Yes, homeowners insurance is certainly one of our talking points that we want to understand, how is Tallahassee protecting homeowners? Not protecting insurance companies, but in protecting homeowners. And people shouldn't be getting priced out of their homes because they can no longer afford the homeowners insurance premium. So some of the things that we want to talk to them about is, what are you doing to continue to address this issue? Because it's affecting everyone. And homeowners insurance is more expensive on average in Florida than many places in the country. Now, we have natural disasters, but we need insurance because you're protecting against something happening. Well, the other thing is flood insurance falls underneath that. And I've talked to a lot of insurance professionals, and they believe that privatizing the flood insurance rather than keeping it government-based would add more competition to the marketplace. And it would allow for more flexibility because right now with flood insurance, it's a system that is doomed to fail by design. Because if you have a flood claim and your home has flooded and you need to make repairs, you pretty much have to repair your home exactly how it was when it flooded, instead of being able to update it or upgrade it to prevent future flooding events. So that's like a legislative item that we really need to address and say, why do we have a system that is doomed to fail by its design? Let's change the design. Because obviously if you own a home that's flooded, you don't want to put it back the way that it was because chances are it's going to flood again.
Yeah, you got to fortify it. And I believe there was some law. We just had Bernie Jacques on the show, Representative Bernie Jacques, and he I think it was either him or the other gentleman we had as well that was from out in East Hillsborough, Danny, that was on the show, that talked about the one of the bills that was in place for being able to fortify your home, and it was going to get some of the rules that were in place from FEMA. So it's kind of interesting to see. We got to take a quick break there. More with Jennie Restrepo on her way up to Tallahassee for Great American Realtor Days. Going to be lobbying lawmakers up there on behalf of Florida realtors and, of course, title and mortgage and insurance companies. All companies are affected by that. Real estate is such a large driver of our economy. So stay with us right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Plus, our feel-good story of the day, a firefighter who paid for distressed woman's groceries is inspired to launch a mobile pet pantry. Coming up, our feel-good story of the day. We'll be right back here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, this is Grant Cardone, and you've been listening to the phenomenal Brandon Rhymes, the Consumer Quarterback Show.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 727-263-3707. Online at consumerqb.com.
Patriot Mobile is America's only Christian conservative wireless provider who shares your values. They offer the very best nationwide coverage on 4G and 5G LTE networks and exceptional 100% US-based customer support. Patriot Mobile offers discounts for veterans and first responders, NRA members, and families with multiple lines. Learn more at patriotmobile.com/consumer QB. That's patriotmobile.com/consumer QB. Or if you'd like to give us a call, you can reach out at 727-263-3707. That's 727-263-3707. And we'd be happy to tell you more about Patriot Mobile. Selling commercial, vacant land, or residential properties? Don't leave money on the table. List with the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. I'm Brandon Rhymes. You can reach me at 727-263-3707. Call or text 727-263-3707. Online at consumerqb.com.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-917-1894.
All right, Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. Now, one of the things we do for our sellers to maximize the exposure, help you sell faster for more money, we've got one of the highest list price to sell price ratios in all of Tampa Bay, by the way. We feature our listings live on air. So here we go, 100 Bluffview Drive. We've got 2 units in this building. This is a beautiful condo waterfront property. So unit number 409C in Bel Air Bluffs is 1 bedrooms, 2 bath, 1,050 square feet. Your waterfront views, open floor plan, sleek. The kitchen is sleek with white wood cabinetry, granite countertop, stainless steel appliances, bar stool seating space, bonus room off the primary bedroom. You got hurricane shutters, plantation shutters as well, views of the intercoastal waterways right here in beautiful Tampa Bay. Now, the condo also has a heated pool, shuffleboard, barbecue grill, and picnic tables right here in beautiful Pinellas County. 100 Bluffview Drive, unit number 409C. And we also have 606C, so 2 units in the same building. Now, the 606C is a little bit larger. It's 1,440 square feet, 2 bedrooms, 2 bath. You got an additional bonus room. Kitchen is just beautiful, pristine white cabinets, appliances, space for open seating. You also have open floor plan with large windows. You have in-unit laundry, which is a big deal in some of these condo buildings. Interview, and you got views, of course, of the intercoastal waterways, sunsets right from your condo, and again, the same amenities that we have as well. Heated pool. You have a heated pool, shuffleboard, barbecue grill, and picnic tables. Check out 100 Bluffview Drive, units number 409C and 606C, Bel Air Bluffs. And you can see all of our real estate listings at PlatinumCoastalElite.com. Check out PlatinumCoastalElite.com.
Sun shining, the weather is sweet.
All right, so we got Jennie Restrepo on the line with us here. I wanted to play a quick clip here. This was actually, we may not have time for it. Let's go to Jennie. I want to go back to Jennie. Final thought, Jennie. What else are you thinking on the great Florida realtor, or great American realtor days, that is? What else are you thinking?
Basically, just to let everybody know that realtors are really an asset to the community. They are looking out for homeowners. They're concerned about ways to help more people qualify and purchase homes. And home ownership, I think you mentioned it already, Brandon, is the key to growing a community, having a pride and sense of your community. And it's an industry that funnels down to basically everyone. If you're a small business owner and you do landscaping or pressure washing or painting, roofing, the real estate community supports so many small businesses in the area. So I know that there's things that go on in the news talking about realtors, and just know that I can speak for our Tampa Bay Realtors and Brandon's team that, and our local board, which is our Greater Tampa Realtors, is the organization that I'm with today, going to Tallahassee. They are truly dedicated to advocating for homeowners and home ownership and your rights in the community. and really focused on more avenues and ways for you to qualify. So my biggest takeaway is if you've been renting and you've been on the fence and you think that you can't qualify for whatever reason, just reach out to the show and confirm. Don't guess at it because, I'm not a lender and so I stay in my lane. But this year, 2024, there's going to be some great opportunities. I think we're going to see interest rates coming down. I've seen affordable homes for the first time in a while where those entry price points are coming down, where you can get a nice home in the 300s, maybe the high 200s. And so if you're already paying $2,000 or more for your rent, you can afford it. Let's help you get into a home. Let's help you start your home ownership journey. And then use a title company like Insured Title to ensure that when you're purchasing that home, you're getting it from the correct seller. Your investment is protected. You have a title policy that ensures your purchase, and you and your family can grow that home ownership dream and grow that generational wealth that other generations have experienced and enjoyed. It doesn't have to stop here. There's so many options out there. Just know that your realtors in the community are looking out for you and lobbying to Tallahassee, not just once a year, all the time, to try to protect the rights of homeowners here in Florida.
That's right. Jennie Restrepo, Insured Title Agency. Jennie, how do you want people to connect?
Well, connect with us on all the socials at Insured Title Agency, especially Facebook and Instagram. I'm always posting about different news stories, things to be aware of, what's going on in the market and the industry. So check us out on the socials or just give us a call, 813-855-3585.
All right, Jennie, thank you so much. Appreciate the update. Great American Realtor Days up in Tallahassee. And yes, the realtors are kind of under attack right now with some of these different lawsuits. And to me, it's a modern form of Marxism, just attacking an existing power structure to try to upset it, see where the crumbles fall, and the cookie crumbles. And then you see all these iBuyer internet companies coming in, basically removing all of that personal touch and the one-on-one relationships that a realtor establishes with their clients, whether it's a buyer or a seller. So Jennie is a great resource, Insured Title Agency. And we're going to tell you about our feel-good story of the day here. We always like to inject some positivity into your day. So we have a firefighter who paid for a distressed woman's groceries, and he's inspired to launch a mobile pet pantry. So Al Stell, picture this, he's standing in a checkout line at a local grocery store, and he didn't have enough money. He noticed that she didn't have enough money. He noticed that a gal in front of him didn't have enough money to cover her essential groceries. So Al, witnessing the predicament, he steps in without hesitation, and he says, quote, "When they rang her up, she didn't have enough money. So she says, my cats will eat before I do." So she's taking things out. Al not only paid for her groceries, but also recognized a need within the community. This encounter sparked a launch of a mobile pet pantry to support those facing financial hardships. Fast forward, and Bo Lynn Zapal has become a beacon of hope for pet owners in Salem and beyond. The nonprofit, named after the couple's dog Bo, who symbolizes the spirit of second chances, travels to various churches, fire departments, community areas with a trailer loaded with pet supplies. The Stells initially operated out of the back of their pickup truck, but now with the overwhelming support from the community has allowed them to upgrade to a small trailer, expanding their capacity to help even more families. And there you have it, our feel-good story of the day. Maybe that inspires you to start something or be involved more with your local church, charity, or organization. So, hey, another great show. I want to thank Bruce Woodburn, Cross Country Mortgage, Jennie Restrepo as well, Insured Title Agency, all of our producers, our listeners out there. One of the biggest favors you can do for us is go to our YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, subscribe to the Consumer Quarterback Show, and ring the bell. That way you get alerts. You'll see all of our content. We're constantly dropping fresh content from attorneys, CPAs, financial advisors, self-defense experts, boating, yachting, private pilots, all types of great home service providers. And the big difference is this is all local to Tampa Bay. This is a local show, local to Tampa Bay, online at consumerqb.com. Support the local economy. So many ways we can help you here on the program. And we want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Do something kind for one another. Be a force for good in the community. And we'll see you next time right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.